everybody. Welcome to AgEcon today. We're here today to talk with Chris Voss about his book from 2016 called Never Split the Difference. Chris, lovely to have you here today.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
All right, so I just wanted to go over a couple things here, kind of get the viewers here a good knowledge about your book. So kind of give us some context. What was the thought, what was the reasoning behind making this book?
Well, Adam, I was with the FBI for 24 years as a hostage negotiator. For a lot of that time, I actually was the director of the negotiation department within the FBI. And I just kind of wanted to take what I had learned. I learned so much during that time. I got to try so many different things, got to see what worked, what didn't work, and I wanted to take what worked and it was repeatable over and over again, and try to apply that into everybody's day-to-day life and see how really negotiating can be practical for anybody.
So who were you hoping to reach? What was your intended audience for this book?
Whether it's a boy trying to get his first date, or whether you're looking for a raise on your first job, or something a little bit more life or death than that. There's so much practical use for it. I think that it just could literally be used by anybody.
So do you think that there's any bias in kind of your point of view, all your experience as an FBI agent?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I've been a negotiator for so long, it can definitely maybe seem that this book is focused on strictly hostage negotiations and that sort of thing, but as you'll see in the book, there's times when I don't realize I'm being negotiated with. It's not something that you're in that mode constantly. It's something you kind of ebb and flow throughout. And so, while I think maybe there is some bias because of my experience, I don't think it's extreme, and I don't think it would really influence somebody's perspective on the book and how it could positively affect somebody.
Sure. So is there any additional insights or maybe about the writing process that you wanted to kind of address before we get into some of the context?
Well, I was actually fortunate enough to write with a man named Tal Roz, who really just took whatever I said and put it into an elegant, beautiful way of speaking. So I'm no writer, I'm no author in any way, but he did a great job of kind of taking my experiences and what I had to say and turning it into something that was actually legible.
Yeah, so kind of before we go ahead and jump into all this stuff, kind of go over some of these methods. Can you go a little bit over what was going on in the world? What led you to create a book like this?
Well, really what led me to create this book, I had all this knowledge and had all this experience, and then as we go through the great financial crisis, and as they call it here in the United States, the Great Recession, you really get to see how important negotiating every last cent is, and how important every dollar is, especially as we're going through these financial struggles. And so I think even coming off this economic downturn, the economy's still tight, and as people are going back to work and getting jobs, they need to be able to maximize their utility and maximize how much they can get out of every single dollar and out of their job and every single hour. And so I think that now is the right time to release something like this, because it offers the tools for the people that really are trying to find their new place and to negotiate a better opportunity for themselves and a better opportunity for growth.
Sure. Chris Voss, amazing. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the main points of the book.
I want the people of Purdue to know I mean business.
It seems like you're very passionate about proving a point to Purdue.
I need the money in the bag right now, or Pete gets it.
So if I get you the money, you'll be able to get us Pete back before the IU Purdue game? So you're saying you need the money right now?
Yeah, that's right.
So what you're saying is that you want to hurt Pete?
No, that's not what I mean.
What do you think your book tells people about business and business strategy?
I think it helps build leaders, and really what I mean by this is it gives you the tools such as active listening and empathy and things like that that allow you to relate to the people that you're working with a little bit better and understand, not just in negotiations, but just in everyday business, what they want and what they need.
Absolutely.
I do have a question for you, however.
Yeah.
You're about to graduate Purdue, congratulations. Do you have anything that this book really relates to your time here at Purdue, or anything you'd like to tell your peers a little bit about how this book might relate to their career futures?
Yeah, I think this book is a great example of kind of these book definitions that we've learned in classes like AggieCon 331, these sales terms, these book definitions. There's so much more to a conversation. There's a broad level overview that this book gives that you don't necessarily get in a sales class like that. So I think that's a great takeaway.